Ready to find your flow? AFSA's got you covered.
That's right. The hands-on training lab in Richardson, Texas is where you trade PowerPoints for pipe wrenches. Real tools, real systems, and real experience you can actually use.
And if you're ready to test your skills, check out the hands-on NFPA 25 workshops, where you'll inspect, test, and maintain live sprinkler systems and fire pumps. No simulations, no fluff, just pressure, flow, and know-how.
It's the perfect way to get under pressure without cracking under it.
So get fired up and register today at firesprinkler.org. Spots fill faster than a charged branch line.
AFSA, where you don't just learn the code, you live it. Welcome to the K Factor podcast, where we turn up the heat on all things fire protection. Brought to you by the American Fire Sprinkler Association, this podcast sparks conversations about the latest technology, trends, and tools shaping the industry. Join the AFSA tech team as we fan the flames of innovation in fire safety.
Welcome to another episode of the K Factor podcast. We are here. We have a unique experience of talking to couple young professionals in our industry, very green in the industry. We're here with Aiden and Brayden. I will apologize to the listeners. We've got Eric on the board, which means Nate's out. So if we hear anything funky, then we're going to blame Eric. So welcome to the podcast studio, and thank you all for being here.
Thank you for having us. It's been awesome.
It's been a good time. So Aiden and Brayden, I don't know if I can keep going with that.
Yeah.
That's rough. So you obviously...
Aiden and B. Oh.
Aiden and B. All right, we'll go with B. That's fine. So y'all are new to the industry. Like, how new?
Yeah. Just picked up a book like last month, an FPA 25, and have like 5 days of experience in the classes.
Yeah. Awesome.
That new.
What makes you interested in the... What did you do before this?
So I was doing seawall repair and maintenance, just cleaning oysters, barnacles off walls, and repairing it with hydraulic cement. It's my dad's business, and I'm trying to pick up more hours and find something new to do.
Okay. Awesome.
I'm new to just handiwork in general, so this is a big change for me. But that's something growing up, I never was really handy at all. So coming into this is like, I'm not just learning about fire sprinklers, systems, all these... how to repair it. I'm learning about how to use tools in general. So it's gonna be fun getting training. It's gonna be a field day for whoever's training me. It's gonna be insane.
So what did you do before this? You say you're out of the field.
Before this, I played a lot of sports and I just watched a lot of sports. But I'm a teacher right now, so that's I did ballet for a little bit and now I'm a teacher. I've been teaching for the past few months and it's definitely been a learning experience. Being with high school kids too, it's been interesting, but learn a lot about myself. And honestly, being here too, it's like, I'm not only learning about, sprinklers and pipes and just learning how to work these things. I'm also kind of learning a lot about myself and what I need to get better at and the things that I've avoided that I know I should.
Yeah. So you think the construction industry could be a good future for y'all?
Definitely.
Yeah.
I'm already kind of like in the marine side of it.
Yeah.
And from what I've learned so far, I'm really interested in the fire sprinkler industry. It's really cool to learn all the mechanics of it. And just from the short time I've been here, I've really been able to grasp it. And I'm excited just to see where it propels me.
Yeah. Awesome. So just kind of a background in this idea. I think it's really cool as our industry needs a lot of new people and how you've kind of stumbled upon this to kind of get that information out to contractors that are looking to hire people, how to get people interested. But I think eventually we'd like to maybe do like a 1-year checkup and see how that goes.
Okay.
Think that could be cool. So how did you think a sprinkler worked before you got in the industry or in the training?
I don't think I really thought about it too much.
Yeah, it was just there.
Like the industry was mentioned to me. I was like, no way, that makes a lot of sense. Like, they're in every single building that I normally walk into, and I never really thought of it as like a job, or I really just didn't put much thought into it in general, but it's just like the movies. Everything goes off at once, and I had no clue how any of it worked.
Yeah.
I definitely thought, for some reason, I thought the flame would hit the metal, and then it would go.
Right.
And that's all I would think was like, as soon as the fire, I didn't know there was any type of what is it? It explodes like the
fusible length
Yes.
or the element.
Yeah. I didn't know that. I thought the flame just, and I didn't think about everything else that happens behind the scenes for it at all.
It's like the valves and the water supply.
Yeah, I didn't think humans were operating that. I don't
Right.
know. I just thought
Just a pipe.
it was just there. It was
The
built.
thing that gets installed
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
just exists in perpetuity for forever.
Yeah.
Looks cool in the movies though.
Yeah, it does. You guys are showing us some videos of how Hollywood makes it look like sprinkler systems work. And it was pretty funny to see like, what is it? Arnold Schwarzenegger just like shooting the...
Pops one.
Yeah. That was pretty cool.
That was cool. Yeah. So I don't know if I told you this, but I had worked with the inspector who made 3D videos for Hollywood, right? So you're not 3D videos, but 3D movies. So he transitioned them from your 2D to 3D, and he got to work with, I think it was Skyscraper with The Rock. And I guess there's a point where The Rock climbs up the side of the building, all the sprinklers operate. So he actually sat down with the director, and he's like, "That's not how this works." And director's like, Dwayne The Rock Johnson just climbed a skyscraper with duct tape on his hands. Do you think I really care?
Yeah.
Right? So they even know that they're doing it, which is kind of interesting and a battle to fight. What do you want to do after getting training? Like, what's in the ideal world? What's your...
Honestly, after this training that we're doing now, just jumping into doing things that I've never done before, for sure. It's kind of one of the first times in my life where I'm like, you know what, I'm going in.
Right.
Like, I'm just gonna, who cares? I'm just gonna be thrown into a fire, and I'm
Well,
gonna ask
hopefully
questions.
not. We got sprinklers.
Yeah. Yeah.
The water.
Right. So if I do get thrown in, hopefully I get put out. But and I think I will get put out. You know what I'm saying? I think I'll get the hang of it. I'll really enjoy it. But first it feels like, oh man, this is a lot. But then, you see some of the sample questions, you get to navigate, the NFPA book.
So you're looking to take a certification test. And that's what you say, sample
yeah,
questions.
Yeah. Looking to take a certification test and just get into the field and get some experience.
Yeah.
Some training.
Awesome. So you want to be an inspector?
Yeah.
So you're looking for? Sweet.
Mhm.
What about you, Aiden?
I'm looking to be an inspector as well. And like I'm preparing to take the ACE exam, which is one of the exams in Florida, kind of like NISAT. So I've been prepping for that and just so far like learning about the pipes. At first it was like looking at a riser was a little intimidating, seeing all
sure.
different pipes. I'm like, pfft. And being in the riser room with, 18 risers?
Yeah.
It's a little overwhelming.
It's a lot in
But
there.
now that I've learned over the last 5 days, it honestly, I'm getting a lot more hopeful because it seems a lot more simple than it looks.
Right.
Until I get into the field.
Right. Once you understand the basics, it's okay. Let's just trace the piping that we know and go
Yeah.
from there. And then it seems a lot less scary when you're okay. I can identify parts and pieces, and it's a lot of piping going in a lot of different directions, but I can sit there and trace it all and figure out what everything's doing and where it's going, and then it's less scary.
Yeah, for sure. And like I want to eventually get my NISAT 1 and 2
Okay.
and work towards 3, but I'm 5
Yeah.
years away from that.
Yeah, for sure.
But just like hearing a little bit about people who are in the industry and they've been in it for like, let's say 18 years and they only have NISAT 2, but not for me, I'm just like, how can I progress as much as possible as fast as possible?
Right.
And I hear the other certifications like backflow or like smoke alarms, and I feel like I'm just going to try to keep progressing as much as I can.
Yeah. It's awesome to hear. So you're excited to learn more.
Yeah.
Obviously progress more, but that's cool. So I don't even know where to go to this. It's just kind of an interesting, it's been an interesting experience because very rarely do we get people who are brand new to the industry.
I think I was gonna say I think Aiden's done very well in like picking up a lot of this information and soaking it in and understanding. Like he's saying, it's a lot less intimidating now.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting here and I'm like, dude, this is still intimidating for me. Like I'm sitting here and I'm like, this is not as simple. Like I don't see it that way, right? But I also learn differently. So I think it's awesome to see how fast Aiden has progressed. But also during that time, I'm sitting here and I'm like, it's really easy to compare myself and be like, what am I doing?
Right.
But then, I really want to get out into the field and get into training and really know how to do this, build that confidence. But it's been inspiring to see Aiden just like pick everything up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really cool.
It's been neat. I guess that drives to a good question for us being a contractor association. And of course, working hand in hand with contractors. What do you hope to get out of your first employer in the fire sprinkler industry?
Know how to do everything. Like, just be confident in doing everything that's asked of me.
Okay.
And going to work, proving myself, just doing the best job that I can for that employer, whatever he asks or she asks. I'm just doing what they ask to the best.
So what do you have, or what do you expect the employer to do to help you with that?
Just
right?
train me. Yeah, that's it. And be okay with me asking a lot of questions and being okay with me. I mean, because we're gonna mess up. So it's just being there for me, really.
Right. Yeah. Awesome. So investing in the time and training into you, and you'll, with your mentality, be able to produce what they're needing.
Yeah.
Short term, long term. Sweet.
Find a good field mentor. Yeah.
Yeah. I need one of those.
Yeah, mentor.
Yeah.
Awesome. What do you?
Yeah, I'm just trying to get mostly educational things out of it, trying to learn as much as possible.
Yeah.
Get the hands-on training. I'm going to be asking lots of questions. I really want them to be able to send me to classes so I can learn more. You know?
Right.
First off, I just need that field training.
Yeah.
But in the long term, see that I'm looking for growth. I'm asking tons of questions. I want to also like be able to prove to them how hard I can work and how fast I can learn, and also prove to myself and see, because it's like, this is the first time I'm jumping into an industry that can have so much growth.
Yeah.
Right.
So I want to see what I can do.
Yeah.
What I'm capable of.
Awesome. You got any questions? I've got a couple of fun ones.
Go for it.
So if you were a type of sprinkler, what sprinkler would you be and why?
We've been talking about, Josh has came out with a book. Was it Little Fire Spring?
Oh, it's Little Fire Spring. You know what it is. I'm trying to play that off.
His kids talk about the concealed sprinkler. They say it's the shy one. It's the shy one. I wouldn't say I'm a shy one, though.
Okay.
I wouldn't say I'm a shy one, but I just wanted to bring that up. That's funny.
Like a recessed pendant sprinkler. You know, you're kind of shy, but you're not sure.
Sure, bro.
I like this. Okay, then what sprinkler would Aiden be?
Dude, I have no idea. I have no idea what he would be.
Bro, he doesn't even know what a sprinkler is.
You're a sidewall sprinkler, bro.
Why?
You just be hanging out on the side, just chilling.
I like that. That explanation was
Just chilling on the side.
Okay. I mean, while we're running through this, what type of system would you be and why?
I'm like trying to think of the systems, and I know
This guy only knows what.
and so that's
So he's
what I
a
am.
basic system.
Yeah,
He's
I'm basic.
I'm a wet system. I'm just going with the flow.
Okay.
You know?
I like
Alright,
it.
I'm gonna copy that one. Yeah.
Now this guy's pre-action. He's very complicated.
Right.
I'm just messing.
So
He's my
I'll
best
take
friend
that.
right here.
I'll take it. Ain't that wrong?
He's complex. That's a better word.
awesome. Well, really appreciate the time you put in. Are there any questions you have for us? We've been in the industry now pushing 10 years. Anything that you think that maybe new people in the industry question that they'd want to hear? Try to get somebody involved.
I think it's really easy to get to a spot and then be comfortable with it. But did you guys ever experience a time where you were like, oh, I could just chill and just make the money right here. I don't have to improve really at all. I could just did you ever experience that at all? Like hitting kind of like a wall, or were you like, you know what, like I'm going to get as much as I can out of this?
I
That's a
think
good
it
question.
it definitely depends. I think that's kind of a personality thing as well.
Yeah.
There was definitely a time where I was like, okay, I feel very comfortable with what I'm doing, what I'm being asked to do, the training that I have. What I didn't realize at the time was that I actually had no idea what I was doing. Right. Like I felt very comfortable in the couple things that I was looking at, that I was seeing every day. But it wasn't until I started looking into being challenged and getting some additional training, and I realized how much of the fire protection industry I still had very minimal knowledge of. Right. And so it wasn't until I actually pushed to get more training, more education, that I realized that. So that was kind of an interesting, I really thought I had my life together. I thought I had everything figured out. I was like, oh yeah, I'm rocking and rolling. This is great. This is easy. And then I finally got challenged, and I was like, oh,
Yeah.
I've barely scratched the surface. This is
It was humbling.
This is concerning.
Yeah. It was definitely, was it humbling? Like sitting there being
absolutely.
like, oh, I thought I knew.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, and I've had a couple opportunities in jobs that they weren't necessarily as invested in my training as I wanted to be. So I just kind of wrote it out until I realized, like, invest in yourself and don't be afraid to spend the money or the time to do that. And you don't need them to train, right? Of course, we talked about it. You want a company that's going to invest in your training, but these books are publicly available, right? And there's classes that are, some of them are free or inexpensive, or the certs, yes, they're $200, but think about spending $200 when you were going out, right? We spent $200 on a lot less. So once I realized that it's really me that's the buffer, I can't point my finger at an employer or supervisor or anything like that, then I was able to break that. So that's a really good question. I also bring up your point, like you said, I don't really know what's going on here. I know that I have, and I'm sure Eric has. When we first started taking courses on these systems, man, right? We same concept, but we were in a 1 semester class. But I remember the last class, we had to go through one of each system, troubleshoot it, set it up, trip it.
That was terrifying.
And I remember looking at it like a checklist. Now I could go back and do that, but looking at it like a checklist is like, okay, a pre-action system. Hold on. Pre-action system specifically number 1 in this lab, which in the real world, that's not how that works, right? Not everyone's set up like that. I need to close the control valve, open the main drain. And I remember going through that process, and I was just listening. And I'm like, I can memorize a list, but I realized that I have no clue, right? So even studying it, there was quite a few points in my life. And sometimes even when topics come up now, I'm like, I'm not as comfortable as I need to be with this. So that's normal.
Yeah.
I wanted to make sure that listeners heard that.
Right. I've also realized sometimes to get more out of and kind of get a feel for where you're at, try to surround yourself with people that are significantly smarter and better at it than you are. Because that's been, there's one point where I was like, okay, I feel like I know it fairly well. And then I've started surrounding myself with people who are really experts in this, the people that are sitting on the committee discussions, the people that are driving the, changes in the book, or they're just like the subject matter expert for the company or whatever, and having conversations with them, and they'll get into the weeds and they'll start asking you about a very unique situation, or like, hey, this is something that came up. What do you think? And you're just like, I've not even considered that. Yeah. Like that's not a black and white answer. It's very much let's get into the ins and outs of fire protection. Let's really dive into what does the book actually say? What is the intent of that section? Does this meet the intent? Right. And then if you start surrounding yourself with those people, they're going to challenge you, and you're going to grow in those challenges, but you're going to feel real dumb for a real long time in those conversations.
And for younger people, it's no different than sports. Do I want to play someone against somebody in sports that are better than me? I don't want to. Do I need to? Yeah. Right. It's much better to be out there with the A team than it is with the B team, just to push yourself and try to get you to the next. No different in life, right? So
that's what I'm getting used to right now, adjusted to. It's like, because I played sports my whole life, and it was like I wanted to be against that person that was better than me and kind of not show them up, but definitely try to be
yourself.
better. Yeah, prove myself to them. And it's crazy for me how, I'm just being open here. It's crazy for me how hard it is for me to do that right now, just asking questions, doing what we're doing right now, than it is for playing sports. Probably because I played sports my whole life, and I got used to it, and I got comfortable with it. And it's probably going to take that for this as well. It's just getting comfortable with it. Definitely just going out into the field and getting training. Like, yeah.
You have any questions? Or
I know how you guys are, like, you're a part of the AFSA, and you have a big word in like the changing of the standards and whatnot. And to get to a point like that, like, what advice would you give? Because I definitely see like the growth as an ITM inspector is gonna progress me further, where it's like I could eventually teach people,
right?
And I'm just looking to see like what an end goal for my career could be.
Oh, true.
And, like how would you guide me in that direction?
So something I didn't take advantage of when I was young in the industry is the association world, right? So there's really strong chapters from AFSA in Florida, and to make it a point to go to their monthly meetings, even if it's a 3-hour drive, and get to network with those people and see what they're doing around you. And a lot of them have a lot of knowledge or experience with either the codes and standards, or the standards production process, or the standards development process. And being as involved, even though you know that I'm new, I'm green, with the people that are dealing with the same problems you are, because the problems we're facing in Dallas are way different than what you are. And being able to just be there and soak up that knowledge and start building relationships with people, I strongly suggest it, right? Not just AFSA. NFSA has chapters, right? Any way that you can be around some of the best in the industry in your area is the best way to progress your path, really.
Find a good mentor. Have them kind of bring you along. They'll start training you up both professionally and whatever your interests are. So if you want to get involved in like the codes and standards process, sit in on the committee meetings. They're open. You can sit in on them. Even if you're not on the committee, you can just listen into the discussions that are being had, right? Kind of see how those meetings are run. It's a kind of a really neat experience. And that's something that if you've not experienced how those meetings are run and the terminology that's used, and kind of there's a whole format and formality to it. If you're not familiar with that and you're like, oh, I'm going to go make this change, and it's going to be tough the first time. Even if you're familiar with the process, getting things changed can be a challenge, right? So just getting involved, hanging out, seeing what's changing in the standards, so you know what's coming down the pipeline for you, professionally, but also getting familiar with that, and then eventually you'll start to fill in. Maybe you want to get involved in that process. Maybe you want to take over on as a committee position, start to get more and more involved with that development process. Start early.
And another thing is read the book. We've got a lot of people who are super experienced who haven't opened up the newest edition or haven't opened up the one that they're even on, right? So don't be afraid to take that extra time outside of work to do that. And I think the sky's the limit in this industry, for sure.
So it's extremely important to just not just build like work relationships, but just getting to know them as people too. I'm assuming,
for sure,
like just making friends in the industry. It's like anything else in life. Like when you want to get better at something, you want to surround yourself with people that are a lot better than you. You want to have a good coach or a good mentor guiding you. And I think one thing for me too, it's also important. Like I can't be perfect.
No,
I'm going to mess up. It's impossible to just. So
does that make you worried being new to the industry, going into a job, knowing that you're going to mess up?
100%.
Yeah.
100%. It's like I don't know. As an overthinker, to my overthinkers out there, it's like the worst possible thing. You think of the worst possible situations that could possibly happen. Like I don't know. I don't even know what would happen. But literally, like I'll be touching the pipes in the lab, and it's like I'm trying not to like. I'm like really soft with it. I'm really not trying to mess it up because I don't know. And then you're over there like just manhandling it. I'm like, all right. I'm like, okay, so I can't be too cautious, but I also can't be too reckless. There's like a happy median in there. Yeah.
The other advice that I'd give you is that this industry, although it seems fairly big, is a relatively small industry. Make those connections and be the best you can be, and don't burn the bridges, right? Because everybody knows everybody through somebody.
Yeah.
Right. So I might not know, who your trainer is, but I probably know somebody that knows whatever trainer you're going to get somewhere in the industry. Right. Yeah. So it's like, it's a small world. Everybody kind of knows everybody through somebody.
Watch how you're talking. Yeah.
Don't burn bridges.
For sure.
Yeah.
It's kind of showing like what people hear about you, like on the street or just it's kind of showing who you really are. I feel like,
for sure,
like as a worker for that company. So it's like, it's not like it's like gossip going around. It's just truth going around that this person's like this, that person's like that.
Right. If you're good, even if you move companies or you have a buddy that moves companies, they might put in a good word for you, things like that. If you're not so good, that information will also get out there. So,
and once you put that shirt on, you represent them too. Yeah. Right. So you got to keep both parties in mind when you're out there on the job.
And having like a company name connected to yours, like it's important to find a good company to work for too.
For sure.
For like training and just everything in general.
Yeah. How would you go about, because there's been a few companies that I've looked at where I'll go on their careers and I'll see to apply for an inspector, but they don't have that position open, but they're probably hiring for that position. How would I go about getting in there the best way possible? Is it best if I just walk into the place and I'm like, hey, what can I do? Can I be a helper? Can I be this or that to like start off? Or is it, because like a part of me doesn't want to trust the online application.
Yeah.
I don't want to sit there, apply, wait.
The Indeed, copy and paste.
Yeah. It's like, I'd rather walk into the place and be like, hey, I'm ready to work.
Right.
I know I have no prior experience, but I'm willing to train and just grow.
I think calling first, because what you'll notice, right, is if you're going to be an inspector, what's the chance of you being on site at the office? Probably slim to none. But if that's not necessarily going anywhere, you're not going to call back, go into the office. I mean, with the worst case scenarios, they're going to be like, hey, so-and-so's not here or we're not hiring. And then, but I do think that personability and showing the guts to get out there is super important for employers to see. So I don't think that's a bad method at all.
Yeah.
Personally. Yeah.
Just walking in.
Just walk in.
Yup.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, a lot of places that I had called trying to see if they were hiring, more so the corporate companies.
Yeah.
They were saying how like, I was like, hey, where's your location? I want to come deliver my resume. And they're like, oh, we don't do that.
Yeah.
Only online. Then online, it doesn't have the positions open for that we're looking for.
For sure. Your larger corporate companies have a process and procedure, and they're only going to post the jobs that they're going to overall. Right. But there's not all of them are big shops, right? They're not all big corporate organizations. So the smaller ones that getting to know somebody, building that trust, and you walking in shows a lot about you. In my opinion, if someone walked in here, you're like, hey, I'm ready to do this or whatever the case is. I'd be interested in finding a spot, whether or not I had it, because that shows a lot of guts, right? That's somebody I'd like to work for me.
Yeah.
So, yeah, awesome. Anything else you think that people in your same position or people in your position 2 months ago would need to know or want to know? And if not, we'll be checking in a year.
I mean, from what I've gained from people like you guys, and I'm sure everybody else that's more experienced than you guys or around the same, it's like just know how to navigate the book.
For sure.
Like just know, because I'm assuming you've said this before too. It's like when you maybe are iffy on something, you don't know something, you have the book to look at in your truck.
Right.
Like you can just look at it and be like, okay, this is how. Because at the end of the day, I feel like what's most important is doing the job right. Like not necessarily, like if you take a long time to do it, you know, it probably shouldn't take too long to do it. But like as long as you're making sure it's right and that what's needed to happen has happened. I mean.
And that's always in the back of your head is like we're protecting life and property.
Yeah.
If I don't do this right.
Yeah.
Aiden could walk, he didn't know the sprinklers are in, whoever it is walks into the building and expects to leave and not have an issue.
Yeah. I mean, not even thinking about it. Like, yeah. I mean, it's when you think about it, like, it's like, I mean, cause I've experienced stuff in my family, Josh, you too. It's like, it's a matter of life and death and people don't even know.
Right.
They have no idea.
Yeah.
And that's like, I kind of like the fact that we don't get the recognition for it.
You don't get the clout from it.
Yeah, because I don't want to be that person at all, where it's like I'm taking. Well, it's
look what I did.
Yeah, look what I did. Look what I did. It's like really prideful, but it's like at the same time, you're probably gonna want to, like, man, like, if only they knew. Like
Right.
so it's human to be like, if only they knew. Like I was doing this. You know what I'm saying? Like, but at the same time, I think it's cool. From what you've explained to me, I imagine it's cool explaining to other people. Like, do you know like?
Yeah,
how this came to be, like what this is, and you tell them stuff, and they're like, what?
So I will tell you, you're going to have conversations with people that you know very well or people you don't know very well, and they're going to say, what do you do? And you're like, I'm a fire sprinkler inspector. They're like, so you like fight fire? No, we don't do like
That's a
it's
firefighter.
a process of a question, right? You wish there was just like a stamp on your shirt that says, this is what a fire sprinkler is. This is what I do with fire sprinklers.
Yeah.
But nobody has any clue what you do, but they use your work every day. And that's crazy.
Yeah, that's how I feel with seawalls. You know, I start telling people, they're like, what is a seawall?
Yeah.
And then I have to give them a whole explanation.
Yeah,
even coming to the training, like, because we have the same group of friends, like telling them what we're going to do. They're like, what's a fire sprinkler inspector?
No clue.
And I'm sitting there, I'm like, man, like I had no idea. If I'm being honest, I was like, we inspect the sprinklers, you know what I'm saying? We're making sure that it's working right. I didn't know that we were doing all of this with the drains and the pipes and the valves. Like, there's a lot more to
just looking at the sprinkler.
it looks good.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
What you were saying about the recognition, it's like you're the Batman of fires. You know, you don't get the recognition, but you save the day.
Yeah.
So which one's Batman? Which one's Robin?
I'll be Robin right now.
That was quick.
Yeah, you can say Batman, bro.
Something I would tell someone 2 months before where I'm at right now. If you're really interested in getting in the industry, take a beginner class, an essentials class, because when I was reading the NFPA 25, I was absorbing the information, but half the stuff that I read, I didn't even know what that was. I was just like, remember, this will be on the test.
Yeah.
And then when I got here, as I'm seeing everything, you guys are explaining it in the class, it's all clicking. And I'm like, so that's what that is. I had no idea.
Yeah.
It was just a word to me, you know, at that point. And actually be
Sure
able to,
sounds important.
yeah, it sounds important. It's got to be inspected. So actually seeing what it is with the words and you guys going through essentially the whole book, taking a beginner and intermediate class back to back, like being able to essentially go through the entire book, it really has set me up for success, not just for tests, but I think for my future career.
Awesome to hear.
And I think you're getting two different sides of things too with Aiden and I, where it's like you got one guy that was honestly a lot more well prepared before coming into this than I was, but so he's like picking everything up, and I'm sitting here, and you guys are on the PowerPoint and you're explaining something, and I barely get it, and then you move on to the next thing, and I barely get it, and you move on to the next thing, and I barely get it. I'm like, what am I doing here? Like I had a freak out moment. Like the third day here, I was like, what am I doing? Like, is this what I want to do? I'm looking up the salary for the job. I'm like, all right. But, you know, after that, I kind of realized how much it would be worth it on the other side of this. And just the advice that I would have to give is just be patient with yourself and just know how to navigate the book so that you can pass the test. I'm sitting here and I'm saying this because I have no experience. Like I have no training. I don't know what to do, but it'll probably be, I'm going to be telling the people that train me, like, explain it to me like I'm a third grader. Yeah. Like, just explain it because I just want to understand it. So don't put too much pressure on yourself. Be patient with yourself and just know how to navigate the book so you can pass the test.
I think both great pieces of advice and probably a good place to wrap it up. Yeah. So we appreciate y'all coming out for training. Really appreciate the time that you're taking. I think this is important for newer people coming into the industry to hear. And we look forward to see what y'all do after this. So we're really excited.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us.
This has been the K Factor Podcast. If you enjoyed the show, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share wherever you tune in to podcasts. Or head over to our website for more. Reach out to us anytime at technical@firesprinkler.org. Stay safe and always learn as we keep the fire protection conversation going.